Good morning, my barely packers. Today is packing day. Yay! I thought it'd be very caffeinated today. Anyway, I thought it might be interesting to see how I pack in just a carry-on and a personal item. I get that question a lot. Liquids is always my biggest issue, so I'm going to show you, and I'm going to just do it really fast so that way, it's not going to take up a whole bunch of time, but at least you'll get an idea of how it can be done, and maybe it can work for you. All right, let's get at it. I'm going to first put my stuff in packing cubes, and then I'm going to put all the toiletries. I use a lot of product. This old face and hair needs a lot of work. So I put those in my quart size bags and stuff like that. So let's get at it. So I got all of these products into these 2 Ziploc bags. I did add a couple extra things like my Downy Release spray and some bathroom spray, which is really nice to have when you have someone sharing the same cabin with you. The other thing I like to do also is when you're traveling with liquids, if you take a piece of saran wrap and then you put it over the top of it and then you put the lid back on it, that keeps it from the products from not leaking out of the bottle. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me, and it's beyond annoying to, one, waste the product because some of the stuff is stupid expensive, and then to clean up the mess. So I actually have another product in here. I have my face wash in here. So I got all this stuff into these 2 little bags. So it makes it really nice. And then I will put one in my carry-on and one in my personal item. That way I'll get 2 of my liquids through TSA. So this is the hardest part for me, is getting my products into the Ziploc bag. And then when I'm traveling by myself, there's room in here for the sunscreen too. But I'll have Alan take it in his bag tomorrow. So this is what I'm going to put into packing cubes. I have 2 formal dresses for formal night and a sundress for Caribbean night. I have 7 shirts, a sweatshirt, and a couple t-shirts for workout. I do have a bathing suit, a cover-up, and a sarong. Then I have a pair of pajamas. I have 4 pairs of shorts, a pair of leggings, and then some workout pants. And then I have my shapewear, like 7 pairs of underwear, 7 pairs of socks, 2 different bras. And then that will be it for clothes. So let me get that into the packing cubes and get started with this. So I got my clothes into the packing cubes. There's just so much room. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm so used to packing for longer trips. Like I have a Trans-Pacific coming up later on, which is going to be it's a 16-night cruise, and then we stay in Tokyo for another 5 or 6 nights. So, and we're still just taking a carry-on back in a personal item. So that's when it gets really creative. So I feel like I have so much room that I'm not sure. I feel like I'm forgetting something because I have so much room. So I do not put my dresses into packing cubes. I just kind of fold them up and put them in, as you'll see, in the suitcase. So by no means am I a packing expert. I was a habitual overpacker for years. So this is relatively new to me of just going carry on. So trust me, there are people that are way organized and they're probably like, oh my God, this girl has no idea what she's doing, but this is what works for me. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. Like I said, I am not an expert by any means. So I just was showing you how I do it. And then with the compression, I just pull that really tight. So that way it gets really compact and makes extra room. And then I'm just actually gonna put my one dress up here, just to save it a little bit of wrinkles. I did bring some wrinkle spray. Anyone who knows me knows I have a major issue with having to iron everything before I put it away. I'm one of those crazy people that still iron, and I iron like everything. Alan's like, that's my workout shirt. Why are you ironing it? I'm like, well, people are gonna see you in it. So I waste so much time ironing. It's ridiculous. So anyway, so I put my dresses in here, my undergarments in here, and then I save this spot in the morning for my flat iron. I do not take my hair dryer. I used to. I rather just suffer and use theirs. It's not the best, but I just use what's on the ship, and it's fine. I do bring my own flat iron though. So I'll put my last minute things in here and I'll show you that. And I think I am almost ready to do my personal item. And I usually put my heaviest bag of liquids in here and kind of just squish them. This one nice thing about these dresses is they're kind of forgiving, so they don't really wrinkle. So that's very helpful. So I think I'm good with that. Let's start working on the personal item. So I am taking my mini weekender bag. I do have my workout shoes, a pair of dress shoes, and some flip-flops. And then I always put, like, I take the little individual packets to put in your water bottles. So I put those inside my shoe. I have some medication in another one. I just tuck it in my shoe, and then that way they makes room. It's kind of like a little Jenga in here trying to get everything to fit. And then I just have like some vitamins. And I always take like a little bag of medication, like upset stomach, you know, for seasickness stuff, cough drops, Dayquil, Alka-Seltzer, ginger pills, that kind of stuff. Pepto-Bismol, anything that you might need when you're on the ship, because it's expensive when you buy it on the ship. So we'll get that in there. And then this was a really fast packing job. And then we will add, now I always wear a sweatshirt and sweatpants, or some kind of pants, not just sweatpants, but always some kind of pants on the plane, because I'm always freezing, and I'm always freezing on the ship too. So that gives me an extra pair of pants and a sweatshirt to wear. So, and then I do have our passports, and then I have our other, oh, I gotta put this in my other bag, but this is just stuff like your razors, C-bands in case I get seasick, some earplugs. You never know when you need some earplugs. So just random last minute stuff with that too. And I'll put my Q-tips and cotton swabs in my bag also. So it was actually pretty fast. I can't believe I got done so fast. Anyway, I do have last minute things I'll put in the morning. I may or may not include those depending on how rushed I am at the last minute. But I do keep a special bag, and then I put all of my cords in here, my charging for iPhone, all that stuff. And then I just put that in my carry-on bag. That way I'm not searching for all these cords all over. I do have my pool bands for my towels, so I do take those. And then I have to pack my snacks. I'll get those. I have some like hard candies, some protein bars, stuff like that to keep in my bag for traveling and for the hotel. And that's really pretty much it. I feel like I said, I feel like I'm forgetting something because I have so much room right now. So anyway, usually I'm bursting at the seams. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. So I got my bag finished up. I did put in some last minute things. I take my own little hot chocolate. And then I have my makeup brushes. I don't know, I find the more room I have, I kind of just start sticking more stuff in here that I don't really need, but like my makeup brushes and stuff. So I have my makeup bag, I have my 2 formal dresses, my brush, and my hair straightener. So I have all of that ready to go. Personal item. Oof. I have my cords, my iPad, snacks, tons of snacks. We like to eat. And then some of my filming gear, my tripods and stuff like that. So, and that's it. So I am ready to go. I am one of these, of course I have my passport. I'm one of these crazy people that will get up at 1:30 a.m. so I can change the linens on my bed and do laundry and stuff like that so I don't have to deal with it when I come home. But let me put the cover on my bag and I am all set.